Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy, Mark, and me. You know what's something I feel like my entire movie-going life, I have been excited about a Steven Spielberg movie coming out.
And that man's name was Steven Spielberg.
Name is Steven Spielberg. And that, Kathy, is a reference to one of the first times we ever came out to Hollywood, and we went on the Universal tour, and we were on the tram, and they were saying, a long time ago, a young man jumped off the tram, and this couldn't happen now, of course. He'd be a terrorist, and he'd, on the ground, hands. But he jumped off the tram, evidently, moved into an office and suddenly started Amblin Entertainment, and that man's name was Steven Spielberg.
Well, we've been watching his movies since, I remember Duel from 1971 as a time. And some Night Gallery. I mean, so really our whole lives from when we were young kids, we've been.
When I first became aware of movies,
Jaws, of course.
I love Jaws.
E.T., Indiana Jones. I mean, forget it. It goes on and on. Right?
Jaws is still.
Did you say Indiana Jones?
It's still my favorite movie. And I went to the Academy Museum and saw that Jaws exhibit. I was in heaven. I loved it. It was so good.
He knows how to make a movie. He knows how to tell a story. There's something he was born with this ability. I think he grew up, watching movies, and not just watching them, but really studying what is making me love this so much. And that's what I've always aspired to, was to be able to see a movie and to learn from it and to figure out what are the parts of it. What are the mechanical, how is it engineered? How is this put together so that it affects my emotions so well? And he just seems to have been right from the start. He had that, like Mark mentioned, Duel. That movie is so tense, and it's like somebody who's been directing movies for years and years.
And he was 23 when he made it. And
oh my God.
He shot it in 13 days, and you can still watch it. It still works.
And it's basically one guy in a car.
He has really made his mark, though, with his science fiction movies. Those are some of the most iconic films ever made. So that's why I think this was getting everyone freaked out, because Steven Spielberg and sci-fi. What? Yes. So what happened is we were all just minding our own business, and all of a sudden this shows up, and we're like, what is that? And then it says Spielberg. What the? So we're looking at it going, what's happening? What is this? This outdoor campaign, super mysterious. Just this weird image. Like, what is happening in this image? And they're just saying, we'll be disclosed soon. We can disclose soon. And we're all like, what is disclosed? No information now what this mysterious science fiction movie by Spielberg is. Well, teaser just came out.
And the film is called Disclosure Day, and it's coming out June 12th, so it'll be a huge summer release. And written by David Koepp, he was a great screenwriter. He did Jurassic Park. Huge blockbuster.
Blockbuster guy.
When you see his name, it's going to be a good, interesting, fun script.
But one of the most important things, John Williams.
Music by John Williams.
And great cast: Emily Blunt, Colin Firth, Josh O'Connor, who is making a name for himself in Wake Up Dead Man, the latest Knives Out.
The Knives Out.
Colman Domingo. I mean, it was a wonderful cast. So this looks first rate. So let's take a look at the teaser for Disclosure Day.
Can you imagine these actors getting a call and it's like, Steven has picked you for this role?
Yeah, I know.
Would you consider it? Let me think about it. Let me call my agent.
Yeah. So good for Josh.
Let's jump into this trailer. I'm really excited to see this.
Let's see it.
It's a teaser, right?
A teaser, but it's a teaser, and it's 2 minutes long, so that's pretty long for a teaser.
It's an official teaser.
Probably no story information. It's probably going to be very intriguing, though.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Ready.
Ow. Okay. And hold the work.
If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you?
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today. Today's.
Oh. Weird. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so weird.
people have a right to know the truth. It belongs to 7 billion people.
What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. So I'm gonna show you.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world. All at once.
Whoa, what?
People keep wondering.
Crop circles.
Yeah.
Encountering the unknown.
They're coming! They're coming!
They are starved for the truth.
Do you think there could be others?
Why would he make such a vast universe? Yet save it only for us?
That sounds creepy.
I make that sound with my CPAP. So that's a big deal.
You know, I love how they use the type like it was disclosing, like the type's kind of
Yeah.
and it reveals. That was really nice work on the type.
Well, it seems like a first contact kind of arrival kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and Spielberg is savvy. You were talking about his science fiction. It seems like that's where that's what he loves. You know, I mean, his science fiction movies, and sort of. I mean, I would consider Indiana Jones to be not science fiction, but sort of, kind of adjacent. It's fantasy, but it's
adventure.
Kind of, it's
science adventure.
But the science fiction movies, of course, Close Encounters, Jurassic Park, E.T., Minority Report, which is fantastic. And I have to admit, I was never a big fan of E.T., but I thought that was like the worst creature design for some reason. I just always had a problem with the way it looked, weird. And it just looked fake. But anyway, this looks pretty great. And it looks like Spielberg understands the nature of science fiction and how it affects us, and the wow factor and the awe factor, you know, the awesome thing. He always has that, the people looking, you know, the Spielberg shot, they call it. And it is to give us that sense of awesomeness about the presence of alien life. And so I know that he's going to do that here with this. I know he's going to bring that, and I really can't wait. I just love it.
Yeah. And, the CGI animals, look fake, but I think they're going to clean those up. I mean, we're 6 months away from this movie being released, so I'm sure they'll fine tune that.
Oh, he did Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
That had some CGI
dinosaurs are real. That's right.
And I like the Josh O'Connor line when he's, this is for 7 billion people. So Disclosure Day to me is like everybody's going to learn all at once something.
They're going to learn the secrets of the universe.
Yeah.
I like how they were saying it's like, why would they make it a vast universe and we're the only ones here? Like, no, that won't happen.
But that was like a religious I think there's like nuns in this. There's like a cross in the hand. I think there's going to be a little bit of the contact thing, the Matthew McConaughey thing. There's going to be the, what do religious people think of this and all that, and which I've always felt was kind of like a little hindrance to stories like this. I kind of know what religious people are going to say about things like this, and so it's not very interesting to me. And I hate to sound that way, but that sort of God's creation thing, and people are like, we are God's favorites, we're the chosen ones, and the universe revolves around humans because we were made in his image and all that kind of stuff. I kind of feel like, I hope it doesn't go there.
But I do feel
Matthew
like
McConaughey did.
I think you would still have that tendency, like most of the world would have their religious point of view of what this is happening. So I think it'd be interesting to see the faith and science collide, because if they're going to give us the real truth about the universe, if that's what the message is, we don't know. If that's what they're going to do is say, here's what's really going on, what will happen when religion, will it confirm religion? Will it defy religion? Like, what I'm interested in is, like, they did a teeny bit of that with Lost, but then they lost their nerve where they were kind of like science versus faith, man of faith, man of science, Yeah. And so I love that idea, but this definitely has a magical sort of, belief feeling to it. And they even talk about, like you said, they show the cross, they show the nuns, they have like, he did not create all of this. And it's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe that's just.
But I always feel like that kind of stuff always ends bad. You know, like in
they always
The Arrival, there was a guy who runs out there with a gun, and it's always or a bomb, and it's like, this is Satan. It's Satan, and things like that. You know, you always worry. It always makes me worry.
It might, I saw that shot with the nun, kind of the early shot, or in the convent or wherever it was.
Right.
I just got the feeling that maybe this is a more, I don't know, maybe the religion will not be laid on thick. It might just be something that's
just one point of view,
tangential to the story.
Yeah.
I hope that's what it is. I mean, I think you can't not put it in, because if this really happened, that would be part of what's going on. But I'm hoping that's not the focus of the script. This focus is on what's happening to Emily Blunt, and what is really going on.
Like, if you're the reason, a lot of times I think people have religion to answer questions we don't have the answers to. So when science gives answers, some of that falls away. So if we're going to have this other entity, whatever, is come in and tell us the whole real truth about the universe, so we have the question answered, will religion still survive? You have to wonder about that.
And the cool thing is David Koepp knows the answer. So this is really going to be the real thing.
You don't even have to go very far. So we haven't. So we wanted to show you the posters out now.
I wonder if he was divinely inspired.
We have payoff posters now. So we have they played a lot with the birds and the deer.
The bird.
We have nature. I think is where the real truth lies. We think nature is just here for us to use and destroy and abuse, and we don't even pay attention to nature. No one gives a shit. But I like how they're sort of insinuating that nature is the way in. This is the real truth is.
And it's her eye in the bird that we were seeing.
Kind of black and white and blurry behind us. You're seeing clearly, right?
It's upside down before too.
Yeah,
right.
And then his poster. Boom. They got the deer. I think these are really nice posters. They're very simple. Like, they could have gone the big epic, and they might. These are still character teasers. But it's like got this really simple, really clean, simple message that isn't the big head collage with the big epic sky that Spielberg usually has. They're kind of keeping it really low key and beautiful. It's a very unusual campaign for Disclosure. This Disclosure Day, right? Because that's when they're gonna find out, right? Because usually it's like, Spielberg's coming out with a big movie, blah, they just show us everything, they throw everything up, but they're keeping it really like little teaser campaign, keeping the plot under wraps. Like, now it's become about mystery, because movie marketing has changed a lot. Now you gotta get people's attention, and you have to, like, not just blend in with the rest of it. Are you hearing my dogs out here?
It's okay.
Oh yeah,
it's being very loud, and we have a new puppy in the house. It's having a lot of fun back there. But I love that idea, because it's like even Spielberg is now trying to think of new ways to market movies, and this is a pretty cool campaign so far. I'm really liking it. Like, it's got a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue.
I also think his last couple of movies were not like big commercial hits.
No,
I mean, like the Fablemans, and there was like Bridge of Spies, movies that just sort of, I mean, there was the Dial of Destiny, he didn't direct, but I just feel that, maybe this is a way of like, let's get a Spielberg blockbuster.
Yes, we need a Spielberg blockbuster.
Here's how we ramp it up. So, I like the way they're doing it.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, a lot of times there's in the Spielberg, in the Spielberg promotion and trailers and all, there's usually one big kind of a hook that's like, holy crap, where you see, like, if you look at old trailers, of course, suddenly you see this shark and you're like, okay, what happens with the shark? And with with E.T. and with Close Encounters, you see this giant UFO or something, and you're like, what happens? But with this one, I felt like there wasn't an iconic image. There wasn't the thing in this.
Not yet.
Like, what was it with Minority Report? Was that kind of the same way? It was like the people floating in the milky stuff with the wires on their heads, and it was like pre-crime, and but that was kind of the iconic image of that. But this one, it's like a bird and a deer with people's eyes looking out, like they're warging the animals, or seeing through the animals, or seeing.
Then what? The animals are their window to the truth.
Right. And that little bird that hops across the table, and the little red bird, I wonder if that bird starts talking or something. I mean, how would that work? Like, is that the?
I hope they just.
Is that how they communicate?
Please don't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just you hear it in your head, but you don't actually. Maybe it's just like some kind of message in your head, but you don't really hear words.
It doesn't speak with its beak. That would be a little.
Like, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a bird.
Hello, Cinderella.
Well, she's speaking in clucking and whatever she's doing with her.
Oh,
so
that was so
it's
creepy.
I don't think it's going to be an English language thing. I think it's going to be some sort of telepathy or whatever. But
I wonder if that the language is some kind of computer code, some kind of audio code that goes out through the news and then gets spread around, and it impacts all of our computers and reprograms all of our AI devices.
Burke's going way out there right now. He's like, "This is what's happening."
Well, wouldn't that be interesting if you wanted to? I mean, that's modern warfare right now. As you use media, you use like social media.
Do you think you don't think it's a peaceful message? See, I get like it's peaceful.
I don't know. I mean, it's
because they could just come in and kill us. Why are they going through and sending a message? Like, I think they're trying to get through to us, trying to communicate. That's what I'm getting from this trailer. Or anyway, I don't know.
I think it makes sense with social media and everything that's tied into this heavily, and how the message is spread is going to be that way.
Get the message out,
right?
And
it looks intriguing.
It does.
It's like we barely trust our social media anymore. Everybody talks about, oh, it's AI slop. It's like that's AI. And people are just so. I think there's a big backlash against anything that they feel like is trying to trick them.
But yet they believe everything. So it's like it's sort of this love-hate thing.
People believe
that might also be in the movie.
Maybe
people will just go, "This is bullshit. It's not true."
It kind of is a pluribus vibe to me too. Like where all of a sudden, feelings come to communicate, and a few people know or are aware of what's happening. I don't know. There's something to that. This big communication effort. Yeah.
Well, there's that shot of a whole ton of people outside of a window, and they're all holding up their phones, like
filming.
It's some sort of worldwide event.
Yeah. Disclosure day. That's what we're going to find out. 6/12/26, right in the middle of summer. The studio is banking on this movie. I think they're going to get it because there's no way I'm not going to the theater to see this.
Wouldn't it be funny if Disclosure Day revealed that, almost like 90% of humanity is alien, and
I would love that.
And they all just kind of said, "Yes, we've been observing you all this time, and
you all suck.
And you're very disappointed.
We're out of here.
We're going to go back to our planet.
We're very disappointed, so we're going to go to some other planet.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later. We're taking Steven with us.
That's totally the story, isn't it? I just sort of spoiled it, right?
Spoilers. Oh my god. Well, let us know in the comments what you think, because seriously,
you did what my old girlfriend did when we first started seeing The Sixth Sense. She turns to me and goes, "I bet you he's dead."
Oh no.
Asshole.
Fuck you.
Not cool. Not cool.
Exactly.
Also very impressed that she figured that out.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't figure it out until like everybody else was looking around like, what
does this mean? What's happening?
I'd rather have that any day.
We're not very smart. We get, I suspend disbelief. I don't want to figure it out. I want them to tell me when it happens. I don't want to figure it out.
I'm the very best audience for those kind of
I need to be there. I'm willing to go.
I'm like Edith Bunker, when the credits were rolling on The Sixth Sense, I was like, oh, okay.
Dingbat.
So the kid is dead. I get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you guys, if you haven't seen it.
They're all robots.
Well, Disclosure Day comes out June 12th, as Kathy said. So we'll obviously have more trailers as the weeks and months go on before the movie opens.
And we need to plan that day to all go see it and review it right away.
That'll be a field trip. IMAX. Make it Cinemondo.
Field trip. Maybe. Oh yeah.
It's a big blockbuster Steven Spielberg science fiction movie, and with John Williams music. All right, so
music. Can't wait.
I can't tell you how happy I am that such things still are gifted to us.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.